Breaking news. Wager Detective is quickly becoming a superstar on the rise, thanks to his unmatched analytical skills and powerful personal brand. Wager Detective's approach to solving complex cases is redefining the industry.
Hello and good day, folks. August 11th, 2026. We're going to cap this Mariners-Yankees game. The Mariners plus 118, the Yankees coming back at minus 126. The over-under is 8, minus 110 to both ways. You look at this game, two teams that could be looking at playoff push here late, heading into, middle of August, heading into September. We look at the Mariners. They are 3-6 in their last 9 games. They took two of three from Minnesota, and then just got swept by Tampa Bay at home. They're coming off a 9-game homestand, hitting the road, and lost 4 straight games. So not looking good for the Mariners right now. Just can't get it together. And they're going to be heading to the Bronx here to take on this Yankees team that's trying to solidify themselves right now. When we look at the Mariners in their last 9 games, 3-6 in their last 9 games. This is like that, but they're 3-6 in their last 9, minus 22 run differential, scoring 2.44 runs a game to 4.89. When we look at their batting average, 212 in their last 9 games. With 63 runners left on base, they're only hitting 140, 8 for 57 with runners in scoring position in their last 9 games. Again, being outscored by double in their last 9, 44-22 run differential disadvantage against them. And they're only hitting 140 with runners in scoring position in their last 9 games. When we look at this team, pretty solid, man. I like Young. I like Naylor. I like Rodriguez, Rosarina, Cal Raleigh, Canton Zone, can knock a ball out at any time. They got some talent on this team and some, utility players that they could bring in at any time. But you see a Rosarina leading the team in 276 batting average, Rodriguez in home runs with 18, and Young with 52 RBIs. So a pretty solid team. If we look at them in road games this year, they are 23-34, only scoring 4 runs a game, 8 hits per game, a little over a home run a game, batting .236 on the road this year with a 31% on-base percentage and a .686 OPS, so not real good there. But scoring 4 runs a game, not bad. But just 23-34 away from home this year, but they just lost 4 at home, so maybe that trend changes here. Now, we look at night games this year, they're 32-43, scoring 3.6 runs a game, hitting 7 hits a game, 1.25 home runs per 9 when the lights are shining. They're only batting .214 in night games this year with a 30% on-base percentage. We look at them against left-handed pitchers with pitching, which you'll see against Weathers tonight. They're hitting .220 against left-handed hitters with a .648 OPS. Their night numbers are also poor with a .214 batting average, like we said, and they're 23-34 on the road. We look at them since July, they're 12-20, only scoring 3.3 runs a game, 7 hits a game. They're hitting exactly 1 home run per 9, and their on-base percentage is almost 30%. And they've struggled offensively since July. Again, scoring 3.31 runs per game in that span. So this cap not looking good so far for them. They're going to be seeing Ryan Weathers, left-handed pitcher, 5-7 this year with a 3.79 ERA, 132 strikeouts and a 1.22 WHIP. So not bad, not great for Ryan Weathers. Let's see what he's done this year. 2026 season, he's 5-7. 121 innings pitched, 3.79 ERA, giving up 8.5 roughly hits per game, 1.26 home runs per 9. He is walking 2.53 batters per 9 with a 1.22 WHIP. So he's got some swing and miss stuff. The WHIP a little concerning. The walks are concerning. Home runs a little concerning. Weathers has proved solid run prevention. Has provided solid run prevention, but he has given up 17 home runs. We look at him in the last 5 starts. He is 4-1 with 28 2/3. Wins came against St. Louis, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Washington. The loss came against the White Sox. He is giving up 8 hits per 9 in his last 5 outings. Home runs came down. Still walking 2 batters per 9, striking out nearly 9 batters per 9, and a 1.15 WHIP in his last 9 starts. At home this year, 2-2 in 9 game starts. He's got 51 innings pitched with a 3.35 ERA, giving up 7.6 hits per 9, a little over 1 home run per 9. Still walks there, 2.65 walks per 9, striking out 9.7 batters per 9. He's got a 1.14 whip, and teams are hitting 224 against him in home games this year. So Weathers noticeably better against right-handed pitching, holding them to 236. Lefties are hitting 279 against him this year. And right-handed hitters have produced more power with 14 home runs and 351 at-bats. So he's going to see this lineup expected. Taylor Ward, Cole Young, Arozarena, beast. Canzone, beast. Rodriguez, beast. Those walks get add up and lead the traffic that he don't want. When we look at the last 9 games for the Yankees, they are 5-4, -5 run differential. But they're 0-94 in their last 9 games, 5 for 53 with runners in scoring position. They've left 58 left on base in their last 9 games, and they're scoring 2.78 runs per game in their last 9, giving up 3.33 to their opponents. And when we look at this lineup, I'm not really impressed. I like Ben Rice. Chisholm, hit or miss. Bellinger doesn't look like he's going to be in the expected lineup tonight. Trent Grisham, don't like him. Goldschmidt, good. Ryan McMahon, clutch player at times. Austin Wells, really don't like him. And they're missing Aaron Judge, as you see there. But Ben Rice is going to be somebody that Wu is going to have to keep an eye on tonight and try to weave around him. Not concerned with Chisholm. Bellinger doesn't look like he's in the expected lineup. And like I said, this Yankees lineup doesn't impress me. Yankees home games, 29 and 26 this year. They're scoring 4.6 runs a game, hitting 7.4 hits per game. They got 1.55 home runs per game in their 55 home night games this year. Their home batting average is .231. In night games this year, they're 43 and 33, scoring 4.5 runs a game, almost 8 hits a game, and again, nearing 1.5 home runs per game in their 76 night games this year, where they're batting .234 with getting on base 31%. When we look what they do against right-handed pitching, which they'll see in Wu, they're scoring 2.97 runs a game, almost 5 hits, and not even getting a home run a game against right-handed pitching this year. Against right-handed pitchers, they're averaging .227 batting average, 31% on-base percentage. And, you know, you're looking at them, their home runs are there. I don't know if they'll see that against Wu. When we look at the Yankees since July, they are 18 and 15 with a .209 batting average. They're hitting 1.33 home runs per game since July, and their on-base percentage below 300, OPS below 700. Yankees, again, 18 and 15 since July, scoring 3.52 runs a game with 7 hits a game. So home runs are there, but not really numbers that really jump off the page. Again, .209 batting average for the Yankees and not hitting with runners in scoring position in their last 9 games. When we look at who they're going to see Brian Wu, 6'2", right-hander, 26 years old, 8 and 8 this year, 4.31 ERA with 127 strikeouts and a 1.12 whip. So not bad numbers. He gives up a lot of hits, but the traffic isn't there. When we look at his starts this season, 22 starts, he does have a 4.31 ERA. He's given up 8 hits per 9. He's giving up less than a home run per 9. And the walks are good. Look at that, 1.91 walks per 9. He's striking out nearly 9 batters per 9 with a 1.12 whip. And not bad. The walks are actually pretty good. He's got good command and not bad. In his last 5 starts, Wu, 28 innings pitched. He's got a 4.82 ERA. He's given up 10 hits per game. Home runs have jumped up to 1.29. He's walking 2.57 batters in his last 5 starts with a 1.43 whip. The wins did come against the Giants and the Tigers. The losses came against the Dodgers, Rangers, and Marlins, which in my opinion are all better lineups than the Yankees. In my opinion, every one of those teams. When we look at Kelly on the road, this is where it gets bad. 1 and 8 in road starts this year in 12-game starts. He's got a 6.71 ERA. He's given up 11 hits, a little over a home run per 9, walking 2.29 batters per 9 in his last 9 starts, or in his road starts, excuse me. He's got a 1.49 whip. on the road this year, and team batting average against him is 300. So very, very hard to gauge there for that. When we look at night games for Wu, 94 and 2/3. He's got a 4.47 ERA, 1.81 WHIP, and the batting average comes down to a 240 against him in night games this year, where he's got a 1.12 WHIP, striking out 9 batters per 9 there. So road split remains the major concern here, where Wu is 1-8, 6.71 ERA. And at night, his numbers are considerably stronger, particularly his WHIP, 1.12 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9. And Wu is better average against right-handed hitters rather, hitting 230 against him, and whereas compared to 242 for left-handed batters, with a 700 OPS for left-handed batters. So that's going to be where Rice is going to come into play, but it doesn't look like Bellinger's going to be in there, so he could pitch around Rice possibly. When we look at Brian Wu, his last start, he beat the Detroit Tigers, 7 innings pitched, gave up a little less than 4 hits per 9, and they only hit 136 against him in that game. So he's opening August strong. That could be a good sign leading into this game for him with his road numbers. He kept the Tigers completely shut down. When we look at the bullpens for both these teams, the Yankees got the number 1 statistically bullpen in Major League Baseball. Bednar's their closer. They got a 3.10 ERA this year. When we look at what they've done this week, Bednar, 4.50 ERA, 2 innings pitched. You look at Fernando Cruz, 9 ERA. Paul Blackburn, I would expect to be in there. He's got 62 pitches this week, 4 innings pitched with a 0.00 ERA. Tim Hill's been banged around. I expect Blackburn to probably be in that game if this thing does get sticky for them with Weathers coming out of the gate. I expect Blackburn to be the first one to come in, and then Bednar. The Yankees bullpen hasn't been used in the last 2 games. When we look at the Seattle Mariners, 7th best bullpen in baseball, 3.72 ERA, led by Andres Munoz with a 3.80 ERA. So that's their closer there. And you look at this bullpen, look at these guys. All these guys, and they haven't pitched in 2 days either, this bullpen. So Munoz, Ruckers, and Dominguez. And Pizzardo's the only one that's getting touched up. I don't think you'll see Ferrer in there. He's got banged around with a 7.73 ERA this week with only 2.1 innings pitched. But you look at Josh Simpson, 49 pitches, 2.2 2/3 innings pitched, 0 ERA. If I'm looking at the bullpen, I do think that the Mariners are stronger this week in what both these bullpens are doing. And again, both these bullpens are super fresh. They haven't pitched in 2 days with a off day yesterday. So I give the bullpen edge to the Mariners, particularly this week in what they're doing heading into this matchup. And Munoz, I trust him more than Bednar. When we look at both these lineups, and you line them up side by side, I really look at this Seattle lineup. I know they're not doing good, but you look at the Yankees, an 0.94 with runners in scoring position in their last 9 games. They're either feast or famine with the home run. If the home run's not clicking, they're just not getting guys in. I'm not saying Seattle is playing that much better over their last 9 games, where they're 3-6, but they lost 4 in a row. Now they're hitting the road, and they're better at home, ironically, but they're going to be hitting the road here. And Wu, I just think he's going against better lineups in his last 5 starts. Look at this. Against the Giants, Tigers, Dodgers, Rangers, way better than the Yankees. And when you look at this line, I got to lean the Mariners in this game. So that's what I'm going to call here. I think the Mariners win this game. And as far as the over-under, I'm not really sure about. But if I'm looking at this game, all things considered, I think the Yankees are hitting a little bit better. They're coming off that Braves series and a day off, and they're at home. I think I just want to bank on Wu having, coming off that impressive start against the Tigers, maybe just getting stronger as the season progresses here and just heading into New York. Maybe it's better for Seattle to get away from home and head to New York and just clear their minds. Sometimes you play better on the road than you do at home, and they've lost 4 in a row at home. And I just think that they could play better here on the road after losing 4 in a row at home. I just like their lineup way more. They got more depth. They got more problems for Weathers to look at than what we'll see. I think Rice is a problem for them. And I'm just not impressed with this Yankees lineup. I think the Mariners with Ward and Arozarena and Canzone and Raleigh and Naylor, I just think they just have more depth, and I think it's going to be a problem for this team. So that's going to be my call. When it comes down to bullpens, I like Seattle's just slightly better. I like Munoz over Bednar. I think Blackburn is doing good for the Yankees out of the bullpen, but I think the Mariners have more options, a little bit more depth, and I just think the Mariners are going to win. So that's going to be Wager Detective's call. The Mariners plus 118 to sneak out a win here. And if we're looking at an over-under, I got to go with the under here, especially if both these pitchers can pitch relatively well in the first 5-6 innings. I think the bullpens could come in and shut down both these offenses. I like the Mariners more. So the call here from Wager Detective, the Mariners money line and under 8. This is Wager Detective. I hope you like this video, the Wager Detective Report. Be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And remember, Wager Detective loves all his fans, present and future, and I'll talk to you soon.
Be sure to follow Wager Detective on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.